we can talk a bit more now just about general tax debt. And of course, on the one side, we have the issue of, well, overpayments, perhaps of CERB or EI. But then there's the other side of it where people were entitled to these amounts, they received these amounts, and what's happened is, as a result of receiving these amounts, it's changed their tax return. Basically, they are now in a position where they're owing tax because of some of these things that were received. It's considered taxable income, and maybe that combined with some employment income they had, or whatever the case may be, they find that for the 2021 year, let's say, they are have not has had as much tax deducted as was necessary in order to keep pace with what they owed based on their income level. So they go and file their tax return in the next few weeks or so, coming up to the end of April 2022, and they discover that they owe tax because of this. Or maybe they owed tax previously. Maybe there's some arrears amount as well that's still sort of haunting them from days past. So, I guess one of the questions that I would put out there that you guys can maybe address is, with respect to tax debt generally, what would your advice be to people who come in and they have tax debt? What are some of the things that they can do first and foremost, I guess? Melanie, would you like to address that one?
Sure. I mean, we see a lot of people who have tax debt. Tax debt is a big part of our practices and what we do. CRA is very open to and has always, been open to proposals on tax debt. Tax debt can be released in a bankruptcy. So if the tax debt is something that's insurmountable, we can definitely deal with it through either of those means if you're unable to come to an agreement with CRA. If it's if tax debt is your only debt, then CRA will have, a majority say in what happens if you do file a proposal. But for the most part, they are willing to accept something as long as the debtor is acting in good faith.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and I think that's one thing that I think a lot of people that are faced with tax debt are surprised to learn is that government debt doesn't get special treatment. It's not something that, in most cases, is not dischargeable. And so, so if they are required to, because of their financial circumstances, to look at filing a proposal or bankruptcy, that, yes, it can definitely be included. I mean, I don't know how many people have come in to see me and they kind of leave that off the page, if you will. And the comment is, well, of course, I can't get out of my income tax debt. So, well, actually, you can. So that's usually a pretty big relief to people when they find that out. So, unless it has been deemed to have a character, like I said earlier, about something that perhaps the person has some sort of ill-gotten gains that they may not be entitled to keep.